Hey, YouTubeverse. John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you episode 2 in the top 100 albums of all time countdown, as voted by you guys here on Johnny Radio. So psyched to go through numbers 90 through 81 this week. We already did the first 100 through 91, so let's get right to it. I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to go. So here we go. Number 90, bam, Adele's 21 from 2011. Man, this was a monster of an album when it came out. Of course, you had Rolling in the Deep, other great tracks like Rumor Has It. Just an overall really strong record. This was the album that really just blew her up to the general public. And yeah, deserves to be on here. I mean, Adele is amazing vocalist and also just an artist in general. Some of her songwriting on this record, really strong, really soulful. So cool that she made the list. So that is 90. Now at 89, we got The Doors with L.A. Woman. Man, their swan song with the title track, Riders on the Storm. Love Her Madly. Some of their strongest work, actually, on their final album as a band, and or their final album with Jim Morrison, I should say. Kind of surprised that this made the top 100, actually, because a lot of people, myself included, probably wouldn't even put it in my top 3 Doors albums. Probably would make my top 5, but cool that this made the list, though. Yeah, gotta love the Doors, man. One of my favorite bands of all time. So very cool. Moving along here to number 88, Automatic for the People by R.E.M. from 92. Absolutely love this album. So happy this made the list. I actually just recently did a review of this, just recently added to my vinyl collection. It's my favorite R.E.M. record. I think a lot of people would agree. I mean, come on, Everybody Hurts, Drive, Man on the Moon, Night Swimming. Not a weak track on this album, and definitely deserves to be on the top 100. So cool this made it. Awesome. All right, number 87, Houses of the Holy by Led Zeppelin. Come on, man. Yeah, let's get some Zeppelin on here. This is not going to be the last Zeppelin album on the list, just to give you a little bit of a heads up. This one is not exactly, I don't think this makes my top 5 Zeppelin albums, but I mean, there's not a bad Zeppelin album, period. I mean, come on, you've got not the title track, actually, that ended up on Physical Graffiti, but you got I mean, No Quarter, you've got Song Remains the Same. Really not a weak track on here, but not a lot of my very favorite standout tracks of their entire catalog. Even though Over the Hills and Far Away is an amazing track. Then Jamaica even is really cool. The Crunge, they did a lot of different styles on this album. So it's kind of cool that it made the list. Yeah, so very cool. Now we got number 86, Love and Theft by Bob Dylan. I'm so happy that this made the list. Of course, there's going to be multiple Bob Dylan albums on this list as well, but this is one that usually, I mean, it gets love for sure, but doesn't always get this high on a huge list. And I'm so glad that it did, because it's one of my favorite Dylan albums, period. Definitely my favorite of his from the new millennium. I think it's just so strong from start to finish. You got tracks like Mississippi, Lonesome Day Blues. Even the ballads on here are really great. I love the way that it has this kind of throwback to the 30s and 40s era of music. Just really cool. I love it, and so glad that it made it. So Now we got number 85. Oh boy, another favorite of mine, Pearl Jam's 10 from 1991. This is the one of the strongest debut albums of all time, period. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got Alive, you've got Even Flow, you've got Jeremy, Black, some of their best songs of all time on this one album. And so glad that Pearl Jam is represented on this list. So looking good so far, guys. This is really a strong top 100 so far. Now at number 84, man, another just icon of rock music, David Bowie with Hunky Dory from 1971. I mean, absolutely. You got Changes, you got Queen Bitch, and one of my favorite Bowie songs of all time, Life on Mars. So absolutely a classic Bowie record. I can't recall if it's one of my top 5 favorite albums of his. Probably would make it on my list, but yeah, cool that this made it. There's going to be some more Bowie to come as well, guys, so stay tuned for that. Now at number 83, Aretha Franklin. Yes, I never loved a man the way I love you. Probably, if I had to pick, I think this is her strongest record. I mean, you've got the title track, you've got Respect, so many others on here. And I mean, Aretha Franklin, come on, one of the strongest female artists of all time, period. And great to have her represented on the list. Absolutely. Number 83. Now at number 82, another female artist. Awesome. We're getting some good female artists on this episode here. Patti Smith with Horses. This is an album that I really need to revisit, honestly. I've listened to it once and it didn't really hit me the first time around, but so many people love this record. This was obviously on multiple lists that you guys submitted. Thank you again, by the way, for submitting so many top 25s, all of you that did submit. And this, you know, a lot of people showed some love for this one. So I really need to go back and re-listen to it because Patti Smith, obviously an icon in the alternative music scene. I know R.E.M. were huge fans of hers, and she was a big influence on a lot of people that came up in the late 70s, early 80s. So very cool that she made it. And great to have some more female artists on the list. And now rounding out this episode at number 81 is Kendrick Lamar with To Pimp a Butterfly from 2015. Yeah, definitely. This was high up on Rolling Stone's top 500. A couple of you had it very high up on your top 25. So no doubt made the list. Another one that I really need to go and revisit because Kendrick Lamar for me is not one of my favorite hip hop artists, to be honest with you. Like his style is very like hard hitting, abrasive. There's no doubt that he's extremely talented at what he does, but I'm more the old school, like early 90s hip hop is more my thing, like A Tribe Called Quest, Beastie Boys, even Public Enemy for that matter. And I do really like some of Kanye and Jay-Z's material, but I need to go back and give this a second chance as well, because there's no doubt how talented this guy is. So that is it for this episode, guys. We've, revealed another 10 of the top 100. So let me know what you think in the comments below so far. Some of you guys left me some comments on last week's episode, but of course, as we go, 8 more episodes into this, we're going to unveil more and more talent. But man, this is a really strong top 100 so far, I got to say. Let me know if you're surprised by some of these so far. Again, be on the lookout. There's going to be more Dylan, more Zeppelin, more Bowie, if I remember correctly. And of course, some more of the all-time greats and classics. So let me know what you think, and can't wait to unveil more of these next Thursday. Every Thursday is when I'm going to post these. And of course, we've got Top 5 Friday every week and so much more. So thank you for watching. And I'm still sharing my screen here. I'm not used to this screen sharing, but thank you for watching. And as always, Viva la vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.